Today's guest is someone who represents the evolution of modern pageantry, where elegance, intelligence, confidence, and purpose come together. Krysta Heath is the newly crowned Miss Charm Australia, a woman using her platform to celebrate connection, representation, and the belief that true charm goes far beyond appearance. Krysta's pageant journey has been one of growth and dedication. Previously representing Australia as Miss Supranational Australia, she brings international experience, a deep understanding of the pageant world, and a commitment to continuing to support and contribute to the wider pageant community. Today, we are talking about confidence, identity, international representation, and what it truly means to carry a crown with purpose. Krysta, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I'm super excited to chat to you. We've known each other for a while now, so
Yeah, I was actually thinking about our pageant journey together and how we were like newbies at the beginning and now we're both reigning queens, which is so exciting.
So exciting. All right, so I'll just get straight into some of the questions because I'm excited to learn more about this journey. So congratulations, first up, on being crowned Miss Charm Australia. How incredible. My first question is, what did that moment mean to you?
Do you know, it was a moment where I was like, yes, because when I left Miss Supranational, I felt just really unfinished. There was lots of things that kind of happened that were out of my control that impacted some of my performances. I knew I had a lot more to give at Supra, and I was just devastated when I left that I felt like I didn't give my all. Being that the prep work towards that, I gave so much. So when I had the opportunity to come to Charm and that was announced, it was kind of like a bit of a relief that I got to come back and I got to give more because I just knew I had so much more to give. So I'm really excited, and I always say it's a bit of like my redemption because I feel like people could see that I had more to give and they wanted to see that. So I feel like I got to come back and give that now. So I'm very excited.
Oh, that's incredible. I wouldn't call it redemption. I think you did so amazing at Supranational, and I think it's incredible for your fans to just be able to watch you again and support you on the international stage once again. So how exciting.
And the Charm fans are amazing. They kind of have been trying to get me there since 2025 before I even hand it over. So it's actually kind of this cute journey where it's like, before it was even announced, they were like, "We know it's you," and I'm like, "Do you? Is it? Is it me?" I hope so.
Oh, that's so exciting. That's like a bit like in acting when they have their casts they want to pick. And yeah, how flattering is that? That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So when you step onto the international stage, what do you hope that people remember you from this time? Because you were saying you want to go again and try and, yeah, represent again. So what do you hope they remember?
Yeah, I think a bit more of my personality, to be honest. I feel like when you're in competition times, it's high peak, high stress, and sometimes you can feel a bit anxious, and I think it shows a little bit. I think I'm such a bubbly person all the time, and I feel like in some areas, particularly maybe on stage, it didn't show enough. So, or for me, I felt it didn't show enough. So I really hope I leave with people seeing a bit more like character, charisma, and a bit more energy, I guess, as I leave. And I hope they leave with that feeling like, wow, she gave a great performance. That was really cool. I really love that.
Yeah, it's one thing I've noticed from you every single time we've hung out or I've seen you perform is you're just so authentic and so true to yourself. And I'm so excited if you're ready to, yeah, show that off more. And your bubbly personality is so infectious. So that would be great.
Yeah.
So because you've had so much background experience in pageantry, you've been doing this for years, you're a pro at it. What's some advice you give to someone thinking about entering pageantry?
Yeah, I think there's so much advice you can give about it, but I think at the end of the day, who you are outside of pageantry needs to be the person who you are in pageantry. I think sometimes we can get really caught up with buying into what people want to see from us, like what they think we are, and we get a little bit lost then. And I've been subject to that too, where people critique like certain things about me, and I think, oh, I have to change that. But really, like who you are is what people want. Like they already have a queen that has those attributes. Like they want someone different next time. Why do we want a copycat? So I think it's just really important to remember that you bring who you are into what you do as pageantry, particularly because once you leave, once you finish, you still are that person. So if you're both people when you leave, you don't lose a part of you because it's always been there.
Yeah, and that's one thing I have noticed about you. You've stayed true to yourself throughout all the experiences. And I mean, it's exactly true. Although you're representing different organizations, you're still you at the end of the day. And
Yeah.
it's so important to, when you go home after the pageant, to, yeah, still feel accomplished in your outside life of pageantry.
Yeah,
So,
I think there's a director, Shakai from Galaxy, and she's created this like Beyond the Crown, and it's like this platform about helping people when they hand over their title or they finish in pageantry find themselves again because you can get really lost in it. And I think it's such an amazing system. Like you want to be who you are in and out, so that when you leave, you still are you through and through.
and I know you were talking about your experience with supranational and kind of, yeah, moving from each organization, but what's something that you took away from that experience? How did it shape you and make you into the woman that you are going into Miss Charm Australia now?
I think it's just given me so much more confidence. I think I feel so much more um like experience. Like before I went in, there was a lot of unknowns. Like I know I had done Miss Planet before, but it was really early on in my journey. And I feel like when I did Super, I learned so much about the international experience because you're going to experience this soon. It's very different to nationals. Like nationals is a prelude. It kind of gives you a little taste of what it's going to be like at internationals. And I think to go to a pageant of that magnitude, there was a lot of things that I was like, wow, this is so new to me, and sometimes it can be really overwhelming. So I feel like going into Charm, I just have so much more behind me that I feel confident when I get there. I'm going to be like more, I guess, just like understanding of what my experiences will be like, and that helps me prepare a lot better.
Yeah, and I suppose you'll have all that skill set that you learnt from internationals. It was like what you were saying, nationally, we have incredible competitions, but at the scale it is when you go internationally, yeah, it's all the little tips and tricks you learn over there. So I can't
Yeah,
wait to see what you do with Charm.
thank you.
So, coming into Miss Charm Australia, what feels different about this journey? So, I know you're going to take those on board and what you've learnt from Supra, but what's different about Miss Charm?
I think just me. Like, I think I feel like much more relaxed going into this. I think, the journeys are so long, and I love my Super SRA experience, and I love my national experience, and I love everything about that. But I just feel like the directors that I had for Super for national, Charlotte and Sophia, they taught me a lot, and now I'm going with Hong for Charm, and I just feel so much more confident because I feel like they've guided me so much into it that I feel confident to take on this new challenge. And I think one of the biggest things I've known is that sponsorship is everything. The people that you have backing you is everything. And so I've already gone in hitting the ground really, really hard. Like since the moment it was announced, like I've already got like 4 sponsors on board, and I'm just really building up so that when I go to Charm, I can present my best self because I've got the backing, I've got like what I need, and then I can just be me and not be stressed about it. So I just feel like a lot more together going into Charm.
For sure. And I noticed that myself, even going into Miss Grand Australia this year. I was so excited because we competed at MAP, so Miss Australia pageants, the year
Yeah.
you were actually crowned. And that was incredible with Sophia and Charlotte as well. And them being my national directors now and being yours in the past, they just lay that groundwork for you to then build on, which is incredible. But yeah, I totally agree. It's kind of making that network, building a network. I know going into Miss Grand Australia this year, I had photographers, hairstylists, makeup artists that I could pull from that I built over the years. But yeah, for you going internationally, how incredible is it to have such passionate Australians that are ready to back you?
Yeah, and like it's difficult sometimes too because Australia pageantry is so unique. It's a very it's smaller, it's not considered as big, so the relationships that you build up in this industry are so important for when you go internationals because they're the people that back you and they get it, so they're willing to support you and guide you. And I think, yeah, like you said, the foundations, and it's good because I think going with Hung for Charm, Sophia and Charlotte are still so supportive of that, and so we can lean on them when we need extra support, and they're so gracious about helping us with that. So it's been really great being able to switch into it, but still have that community that's so important.
Well, yeah, once you're a part of the MAP family, they say you're there forever. So it's so great having those connections. And just that female empowerment group is just
Yes.
so beneficial to women. So I know that you've been traveling all around with all your pageantry, and I saw that this year, correct me if I'm wrong, but Miss Charm's happening in Vietnam, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what are you excited about to head to Vietnam for Miss Charm?
There's quite a few things. I hear they have some of the best scenery to visit, so I'm really excited to explore a bit of Vietnam. But also, apparently, they're really well known for their street foods, which is really cool. And when I was in Cambodia, they also had lots of street foods too, so it was cool. I mean, I wasn't game enough to try some of the foods because there was like tarantulas and things like that. But I'm really excited because I hear that the food there is quite amazing. So I'm really excited to try it out, to travel and just explore a little bit of Vietnam. And I'm hoping to get over there a little bit early and stay a little bit after. So I'm excited to just check it all out.
Right, yeah, just culturally, it seems like such a fascinating place to go. I was actually planning a trip before heading to India for Miss Grand to go to Vietnam and Thailand, so I can't wait, yeah, to learn more about those cultures and just, yeah, experience it as well. So
That's very
cheering you
cool.
on when you're over there. That'll be great. And street food, like, who doesn't love some food? So
Yeah.
that'll be great.
I was just gonna say I think it's also really great because Pong he's from Vietnam culture background and so
Mm.
he's been able to guide me so much about it, which has been so exciting.
Oh, that's great to have a national director that knows the place so well. Will he be traveling with you, do you know, or?
Hopefully, that's the goal. The goal is that he will be able to come over. I don't know if it will be for the whole time, but definitely towards the end. That will be definitely the goal.
Oh, that would be an incredible support system there. That's great. So you've continued, so we were talking about how you've continued to support Miss Australia pageants beyond your own titles. How has that community helped you along this journey? Like, have you found the support with Miss Charm as well?
Yeah, definitely. And also just the girls, they're such a supportive team. They really want you to succeed. Even if it's not with them, they still want you to do well. And they've just been so kind and considerate about it. Like when we approached them that that was what we were going to do, they were just, sometimes it can be not that way. So it's just been really nice to have that authentic like group that really do care about you, the sisterhood, the family, that friendship. But also like being now also on their production team, that's super amazing too because I'm getting to learn all about the ins and outs of what it actually means to run a pageant and what it means to really support people to achieve their goals and how that all works. And that's been a really exciting new layer that I've really like enjoyed because outside of pageantry, I also work with Star Central magazines and I'm on their production team too. So I do a lot of the behind the scenes for like fashion events and helping them out. So it's exciting that I get to pull some of that into this area now as well. And I think show a little bit more of a different side to me because it's a side that I don't talk about much. So I'm excited to show people a little bit more about that, particularly with Charm. I think that's something that I want people to see as well about me.
You just have so many skill sets. That's something I did want to touch on as well because you were backstage helping all us girls at Miss Grand Australia this year and you were on that production team. It was just something I noticed throughout the week. Like your socials are amazing, impeccable. So you know that side of things, but also understanding the business side of pageantry. And it means when you go international, you can understand where the directors are, where they're coming from, and what type of work goes into making these pageants happen. So it's amazing to be on the other side.
Yeah, and I think that's part of why my social media probably is so good, and the sponsorships that I've gotten have been there from the very start, and that's because of, I guess, understanding like the importance of sponsorship for pageantry, and like without them, we don't have pageants. So we should be really respecting them, and they put a lot of money in. So I want that to show in my posting that I'm really grateful for that as well. So I think that all kind of ties together and really helps. And I think that's something that I've been able to bring into just everything that I do, which, yeah, I think that's paid off overall because the sponsorships that I've gotten are all people that I've um, posted for and created content with as part of national finalists before.
Yeah, and it's building those strong connections too that they then have trust in you to then they're happy for you to represent them. I mean, on the international stage, which is just a huge honor. Even for me, the sponsors that we had from Miss Grand are just incredible. So I feel so lucky with that too.
Yeah, you have some amazing sponsors.
Yeah, so keen. So having experienced pageantry as a contestant, a representative, and a supporter, what do you think makes a truly memorable title holder?
I think it just links back to what we talked about before. It's like the person that you are. Because I think sometimes we can get really good at pretending to be something that other people want. And that facade, I suppose, that persona can be really hard to follow through all the time if you're not being authentic. And I
Mhm.
think it shows through. And particularly like after you win, we notice sometimes that that just stops immediately. Like who they were before just dies off. And everyone's like, where did they go? Like, what happened? Like, we loved them, and now this is what we're getting. So I think what is truly memorable is who you are the moment you are crowned, after you're crowned, and once you're no longer reigning. I think that's what they care about the most. Because if you decide to come back, they're going to remember who you were. And
Mhm.
so that's really important as well.
Yeah, I think that's so true. And I love what Sophia and Charlotte also say when they said, we want to see how you lose as well. I mean, pageantry is all about, there's only one girl that's going to win at the end of the day. But being able to reach out to that many people globally and have a platform, you're so right. It's about who you are before, during, and after the crown.
And it's a big thing to wear the sash your country. Like it's a really big honor. And I think if you take that for granted, like it kind of diminishes how big that achievement is and that goal is. So I would never want that. And I think there's so many other people who are just as deserving who would have taken their reign and done amazing things with it. And they might have like, not got the crown because you won it and then you give something that's like really poor after. I think that's just, yeah, I think it just really takes away from it and people will remember that.
Mhm. And speaking on the kind of bigger picture of pageantry, it often brings women together from around the world, all in one place. So, what excites you most about that experience? So, you've experienced it once before, but yeah, what do you feel like you're going to do different with that? What are you excited about?
I'm excited that like you just continue to make friends in all different countries and they're people that then back you and are your cheerleaders from around the world, which is pretty exciting. I think when I was at Super, I think maybe one like it's not mistake, but like you can get comfortable with the people that you make friends with straight away. And I would really like this time around to get to know some more people from lots of other countries as well. I got to learn about lots of things about like Iceland and the UK and about a few other countries. But I would love to explore some of the other countries that I probably don't know too much about, like Belgium or Germany and things like that. So I'm excited that I get to learn more about what makes them them and what makes their country them. Because also, like one day if I want to travel there, I want those people to be like, yeah, come hang with me. I'm going to show you around. And I think that doesn't happen if you don't make those friendships.
Oh, that's such a great idea. I love having friends all around the world. Have you reached out to any yet, or are you waiting till you get there, or?
Oh yeah, I've talked to a few. I've talked to April from the Philippines. I think there's actually a few other girls. I think the charm crew are very friendly. Like the minute someone wins a title or gets announced, they all message the person and they like introduce themselves. So I think that happened straight away when I was announced. All of the girls that had been already announced messaged me, so it was really cute. And we just comment and we send each other like little smiley faces or memes and when we post things on our story. So I think that's really nice.
Oh, that's lovely. That makes you feel comfortable even going. I know you're a pro at it anyway, but yeah, just having that sisterhood already in place before you go would make you feel much more comfortable. As we're speaking on different cultures as well, what do you think makes Australian women stand out globally?
I just think we have like a unique like glow. I think because Australia isn't so in depth in the pageant glam, we come in with like a bit more of a, I wouldn't say like, well, probably like that more beach girl natural presence than some of the big glam. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love full big pageant glam, and I wish so many other people here like knew how to style that way. But I think we have that uniqueness that we do come in with a bit more of a natural look, and I think that's quite unique to Australia. I don't know. It's a bit hard to tell because I think also every girl presents like a different look. But I think for me, that's what I see the most common, that we are at that bit more natural beauty when we enter in.
Yeah, I totally agree. I feel like it's kind of that girl next door attitude as well, and the kind of glow we have and the fun, bubbly energy. So I hope to bring
Yeah.
that too to Miss Grand, and I know you definitely will.
Yeah, and I think it's also like the way we talk. We do like Australia does have lots of slang, and I think that creates a bit more of a uniqueness about us. Well, we are a lot more casual, and yeah, people. I actually going overseas is what made me realize how funny we talk sometimes. Like, people pointed out that I always end a sentence with maybe like, yeah, but on the butt, and I never realized that was the thing we do until someone's like, but what? But what? I was like, oh no, just but.
Oh yeah, it's funny the little the little things we say and stuff. I noticed that with me. Our tones go up and some things sound like questions, but they're not. Something I did want to chat about is just Miss Charm in general. So how's your preparations going for it?
Good. Definitely hit the ground running. I feel like it was a bit of a whirlwind because it was something that I really, really wanted for a long time, and we were putting lots of feelers out, like we were putting ourselves forward. And then it kind of was just like within a 24-hour window that we kind of like, got the yep, go, this is going to be you, here's the contract signed. And then it was like kind of announced like really shortly after that. So I feel like we had a lot of nothing, and now we've just got like heaps of things to do, but we've taken it like full leaps because we were hoping for it. So we were prepping a little bit before, just really hoping that the stars would align, and manifesting. And I think that's been helpful, that we've been able to just keep going, and it hasn't been like a momentum that's kind of stopped. Although the sash and crown, it still hasn't arrived yet, but it's getting sneak peeks are heading out today, and it's coming, which I'm so excited for everyone to see the official sash and crown. It's been uniquely designed, and I think everyone's gonna, yeah, it's gonna be so cool.
Wow, I can't wait to see it. I always get so excited when I see, yeah, different sashes and crowns, and definitely
Yeah.
when it's on your head as well. I can't wait to see that. So, is the Miss Charm competition, is it similar categories? Have you got like national costume, swimwear, evening wear,
Yeah. Yeah, correct.
all
I
those?
think like some of the sections might be named a little bit differently, but they kind of like are all very similar. I think it's just the way that it's produced and it's run is a little bit differently to other pageants because they are a bit more of that like TV style. They want that feel like a kind of like a TV show. I think that's what I'm vibing from like the Charm TV. Like there's a lot of like snippets where you get to really know the people that are competing like prior and during time. So you get lots of sneak peeks, you get like videos in between things. So I think that's probably the uniqueness to them. And also that they are really big on like cultural um like aspect of the pageant. Like they really want like cultural identity to be something that is unique and promoted and really like cherished, which I really love.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I really love how it's turning more into TV as well because I think more and more fans, I mean, me included, I'm such a huge fan of pageantry, want to know more about the girls. We don't just want to see you, yeah, up on stage. We want to know your personality and, yeah, how you identify with your culture as well and what it means to you. So that will be incredible to watch. I
Yeah.
can't wait to see your journey. I am going to move on to some rapid fire questions to kind of wrap this all up. But thank you so much for all that incredible information.
That's okay.
And yeah, I can't wait for us to all follow your journey. All right, so we'll just head straight off. So, are you an early riser or a night owl?
I'm an early riser.
Oh, okay. I'm a bit of both, so it's a problem slightly, but what is your go-to comfort food?
Mm, so weird, but like anything that's chicken, I love chicken dishes, but probably soup. I'm a big, big fan of soup. Like probably chicken and corn soup. That's my comfort, like chicken and soup.
Oh, I don't think I've ever heard anyone say soup before, but
That's so funny. Yeah.
that's wonderful. So, what is your biggest pet peeve? What's something that annoys you?
Oh my gosh, chewing, people chewing really loud. That is my, yeah, I can't handle it.
Yeah, that does get me a little bit too. I feel like though I am one of those people, so then I can't get too annoyed.
Oh no, I feel like I can get annoyed even if I am a chew louder. I just can't. Yeah.
Oh no. If you were given a chance to steal something, and I know you wouldn't because you're a pageant queen, but if you were, what would it be?
I thought about this question. I was like, oh, I don't even know. And then suddenly I panicked and I was like, oh, a Birkin bag. Because like, yeah, because I've been learning all about like the Birkin bags from like luxury, like it's like the TikTok channel. And I just learned that like you can buy them, but then the resale price is like three times the amount of what you bought it for. So I'm like, that's a good investment to steal.
Mm. Smart queen, smart queen. We love that. Invest in yourself with a Birkin. And also you get a beautiful Birkin as well.
Exactly.
So do you have a favorite song?
I also thought about this too. I'm one of those people that just like love a song for like 3 months and then get sick of it. So I go through like cycles. Currently at the moment, loves the gun. I think it is. He's a new artist. I can't remember his name off the top of his head, but it's like a new obsession song. But I also get really obsessed with Eurovision songs. So I've been like on the playlist of like the last Eurovision winners.
Oh yeah, and Delta Goodrum's song that just came out too. I was low-key obsessed with that for a bit there as
Yeah,
well.
I think the year before it was like King of Queens by Alessandra. So yeah, I was obsessed with that for so long.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I change. So like genres as well. So I can never pick.
Yeah.
Like it depends what I'm doing and what's happening.
Yeah.
So what's something that makes you laugh? Or what's a movie that makes you laugh in particular?
Yeah, see, I'm like a TV series person.
It can be TV if you love TV too.
I love like The Rookie at the moment. I always laugh, even though I've watched it like 100 times. I just think it's so funny. But if I had to pick a movie, it'd probably be like I think like Spies.
I love that movie so
It's just I can't because it's just so funny, and I can kind of envision everything kind of happening to me, and I think that's what makes it more funny.
it's just so good. Like there's so many laugh out loud moments in that.
Yeah.
She's so good. What would you wear if you had to wear a Halloween costume every day for the rest of your life?
I is it does it have to be like scary theme or can it be like fantasy?
Can be anything, like you know how you wear anything on Halloween. It can be like a star, a fantasy, whatever.
I was like thinking more cosplay when I was thinking about this, and I was like, oh, I'd really love to be Beauty and the Beast, just like Bella, because I love that look. But if I had to be like a scary kind of costume, it'd probably just be like a vampire or something, something like a bit more chill that wouldn't scare people 24/7.
True. True. You could just go as like Vampire Diaries or something and then just put the fangs in and then keep your mouth shut.
Just put glitter everywhere, which I love glitter, so
Like Edward Cullen, be all glittery. Honestly, like as a pageant girl, you'll no one will notice. You just
no one will
glitter.
even question it. They'll be like, especially with me, I always have glitter on, so they'll be like, well, that's just Krysta.
It's just all over now. Oh, great. What's something you first notice about someone?
Um, well, I don't know like how people think, but it's like teeth. I always notice teeth straight away.
Ah, okay. Like someone's smile or just their teeth in general.
Just teeth in general, and I think that's because I've had so much like work done on my teeth. Like I had braces, and then I had like gum grafts, and then jewelry alignment. So I think like I just focus on that a lot because it was a big part of my life for a while. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
I remember getting braces. I think I was that classic year seven, year eight, like loving life with braces. So good.
Yeah, well, I was a late bloomer. I had to pay for mine. So I didn't get braces till I was 20 and I had them till I was 22.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would have been worse. I wouldn't have loved that. But now they have all the Invisalign things as well, which would have been great to have had. But
Yeah, it was still kind of just like new, the invisible ones, when I started my like my braces journey. But actually, like I'll put a story out when you post this podcast of me in braces. I actually rocked the braces life. I think I suited them really well, to be honest.
okay, well, if you own them, then go for it. I certainly didn't. I was not loving the bracer era. So what is your favorite way to celebrate a small win? So some of these things are really big wins, and yeah, you can always celebrate those. But what about small wins, the day-to-day wins?
Yeah, to be honest, I usually just call like my best friends and my parents and I tell them about it because they get the most excited about it. Like they're my biggest cheerleaders. And weirdly enough, I also tell my boss like all the time because my boss just like she lives for pageant life as well and she just lives for any chat, so she gets really excited as well. So it's probably just like call people like one after each other and they all get excited and then I feel like really good.
Yeah, you're so right. Like most of the time, my achievements is mostly just based off like what I can, if I could go tell my mum or my dad or my brother or my boyfriend. Yeah. So it's like it's the people around you that make you feel like they're special moments.
Plus, I also think like most of the achievements that you do when they're small, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to other people outside of the people that know you that they're actual achievements. So I think sometimes if I randomly put up a post, people would be like, "What is she on about?" And I'll be like, "I'm so excited." They'll be like, "Why?"
Yeah, people don't know every single journey. Yeah, that you can't share everything. So if you're a movie or a book character, who do you think you would be?
Whoa. Okay, I got really, really obsessed with Tomorrow When the War Begins. So I think I would be the main girl out of that because I read all the books and I'm so sad that the series didn't eventuate because the book series is actually super cool and like she does really cool stuff and I love camping. I love like doing all that sort of stuff. So I just like I really connect with her. Yeah.
Wow, that's such like a flashback moment because I know we had to read that at school.
Yeah.
But I actually really loved it. It was one of the books because sometimes you read books at school that you're forced to read.
Mm. Yeah,
No, but
correct.
yeah, it was one of my favorite ones actually. And in saying that, I mean, put your hand up now, throw yourself in. I reckon you'd make a great character in that role. So if they
Yeah,
come to the
thank
nun
you.
series,
I think
hit,
so too.
hit Krista up.
I'll just be like the next gorilla. And for anyone that hasn't seen it, it's about a group of kids where they go camping and then like the country's invaded and like they then have to go and try and take back their town. And it's like they just go on these little things and they do everything they can to try and like get ownership back of their town area for their people. It's actually really cool and it's like 7 books and it gets more and more exciting each book.
They're so well written too. Like I think I've only read the first one, but I really did enjoy it. But
Yeah.
okay, that is the quick fire round done, and our interview is going to wrap up. But thank you so much for your time today. I can't wait to follow your journey along. And I know we've been friends for a while now, and it's just such a privilege to see you, yeah, take on the international stage again.
Yeah, and I'm excited for you too and your journey. I'll be watching, and hopefully we'll get to do a few things soon because we live close to each other, which is exciting.
Yes, for
It's a
sure. I will plan a trip to Sydney, so hopefully we can catch up, do some photo shoots, hang out.
yes, and I can always plan a trip to come see you too. It's like I'm sure we can make things work.
I would love that. Okay, thank you so much for today.
Okay, bye.